Hello, good morning, my friends. Happy Shrove Tuesday. So Shrove Tuesday is always the Tuesday immediately preceding Ash Wednesday, and it is known as a day when Christian observers of Lent engage in deep introspection and preparation for abstaining or fasting from items such as food that may be super tasty for Lent. There are some individuals who consider Shrove Tuesday to also be Pancake Tuesday. And you may see churches that have pancake breakfasts or pancake buffets because, you know, pancakes are filled with sugar and fat and milk and butter. Some really tasty items that individuals choose to give up for Lent. Anyway, so happy Shrove Tuesday, or Fat Tuesday in some people's worlds. So I'm here today at the Thousand Islands Conservation Area, just steps away from the entrance to my neighborhood. So if I move the camera a little bit, you can see the lagoon right behind me. Right before I started this video, there was a kayak tour that went right by me. But now it's much quieter. You can hear the water coming up to the shore. Very, very peaceful spot. So, you know, I'm reading Matthew Kelly's REdiscover Jesus, and it's an excellent book. Highly recommend it. And in the first few devotions, if you will, he asks us to put ourselves in the position of someone who knew nothing about Christianity or nothing about Jesus. And so I found myself doing that exercise, and I imagined what it would be like to bring someone who knows nothing about Jesus with you to church for Christmas. Could be a stranger that you just met at a Starbucks and you were all excited about Christmas Eve services, and maybe this person overheard you talking about that. And they said, you know, I want a little bit of what you have. How can you give me some of that? And you respond by saying, come with me to Christmas Eve service. And they do. And fast forward this year, at least less than 2 months later, to February 17th, where you have an Ash Wednesday service. And you talk to the same person. You circle back with them and say, hey, you remember we got together for Christmas Eve service? Went to my church where they celebrated the birth of Christ, birth of Jesus. And I'd like you to come with me to Ash Wednesday service, where they will have an imposition of ashes on your forehead, symbolizing from dust to dust. First Wednesday of Lent, which culminates with Holy Week and the death and resurrection of Jesus. And that same person who is not as aware of the story of Jesus as you are may say, now, let me get this straight. How can we be coming together on December 24th to celebrate the birth of Jesus on the December 25th, Christmas Day, and then less than 2 months later, you have me coming back to celebrate the death and resurrection of Jesus? Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, and Easter Sunday? How does that work? How can the years of ministry, how can the years of Jesus' ministry be crammed into less than 2 months? I don't understand. And so you would then begin to unpack the story of Jesus, his birth, his ministry, his crucifixion, and his resurrection. Long story, lots of twists and turns. It takes several meetings to work with that person and explain to them that story. Before you're able to do that, though, you need to rediscover Jesus for yourself. So Matthew Kelly poses the question, who is Jesus to you? Who is he? And that was a good exercise. It is a good exercise for me to be doing this week. The days preceding Ash Wednesday and the days after, during the first week of Lent. So I leave you today with that question. Who is Jesus to you? Because for those of us who are used to going to church, have perhaps leadership positions in the church, frequent participants on Sunday services or anthem services, have devotionals we read most days of the week, if not every day. It's easy for us to take the awe and splendor and magnificence of who Jesus is. It's easy for us to take that for granted. And in taking it for granted and just knowing that that has been a part of our life and continues to be a part of our life, it's easy for us to, in our own lives perhaps, understate who Jesus is. So this first week of Lent is an excellent opportunity for us to rediscover Jesus for ourselves. And the first step is doing an exercise with yourself and reminding yourself of who Jesus is to you. For me, he's a heavenly Father. And one of the ways I know that is that when I pray, either in public or in private, 99%, if not 100% of the time, I start off my prayer with Heavenly Father. For you, it could be Abba. It could be Creator. It could be the Omnipotent One. It could be Alpha and Omega. It could be Good Shepherd. It could be Emmanuel, Holy One. It could be a whole page filled with things. But I just ask you to join me this week in rediscovering who he is for you. I want to remind you that we have Ash Wednesday services tomorrow, 2 times, first part of the day, and I believe at 6 o'clock. This information will be in today's newsletter, so just look below this video to get more information about that. And we have a whole host of services for Holy Week as well, but that's a little bit later in the season. So I look forward to seeing you same time next week, perhaps at a different spot, perhaps the same spot, where we will talk more about Lent and how we can rediscover Jesus together. Look forward to seeing you then. Blessings.